Howdy friends, Tadas here, Insomnia next door. Today I wanted to share with you a few of my discoveries about sleeping during cold of the winter, or wherever you live, if you live in a colder climate, or you might be having some hypothyroid problems where you're just experiencing this, fluctuation of body temperature at night. Either you're very hot or you're very cold. I have no clue what's going on with me still. It seems a bit of like a thyroid issue, but I've tested it so many times already. T3, T4, free T, all of it, right? And I still can't figure it out. One of the biggest challenges for me with staying asleep or falling asleep is feeling really cold, and I could have like sheets and a pillow on top of my head, and I have this inner cold, this from my core, from my energy core, just sort of cooling me, keeping me cold at night, and it just totally prevents me from sleeping. And if I fall asleep, then I wake up. So if I fall asleep around 10:30, I wake up around midnight, and I feel like I'm freezing, so I have to do something. So I've learned a few things, but it's also a good practical advice if you're just in general, you go to bed cold and you have a hard time warming up, and usually that will keep you awake as well. So a few things that I've discovered. One is the most easy, basic one, is that warming herbs or spices. And what helps is drinking tea from warming herbs. So some warming herbs are, for example, thyme. You can buy regular teas, or you can just buy thyme and brew tea from it before you go to bed. The other, for example, like holy basil. It's called tulsi in Hindu Ayurveda. But it's holy basil, another warming herb. Other herbs, like everybody knows ginger. Now ginger doesn't do anything good for me. It makes me actually too hot. So as I told you, before I might have shared with you, in the winter time I wake up from being really cold, and more in the summer season I get really hot, and I mean like burning hot. So now the weather cooled off to like 10 degrees Celsius in the daytime, 5 degrees at night, and like in 2 days my body switched to being hot to being cold. It's absolutely ridiculous because my room temperature is not changing that dramatically, like heating here and stuff. So anyway, it's very weird. It's related to seasons. I don't know if any of you experiencing these kind of things. Please drop me a note, leave a comment or something like that. It'd be interesting to find out. So getting back to herbs, ginger, very good. It improves circulation, everything. It's perfect if you have no problem with it. Ginger tea at night, you will just feel like your whole body just starts warming up. It dilates your blood vessels. You'll feel great. You go to bed and it's like, wow, nice warm ligaments. All the fingers, toes, everything warm. It's great. If you can tolerate it, it's perfect. Another thing is hawthorn. I shared with you. I also take it for heart health, to strengthen the heart. A big insomnia reason or source as well. I've done a video on it. Go back and check it out. What else? Raspberry leaves. Also, if you can think of something like that, Google warming herbs. Take that, drink it. Even if you wake up at night and you're cold, have a thermos, drink some more, and you should be in good shape. One of my favorites that going back to Chinese medicine is this hoshu. It's tofu roots prepared with black bean, whatever. It's like a soup. It's great for me. It really feeds the energy of the kidneys, and kidneys are a source of power. Kidneys are a source of of energy. This is where your energy powerhouse is in your body. So usually people with adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue, this is where they usually lack energy. They have chronic back pain, and then they feel fatigued. And as soon as they start taking care of their kidneys, the energy starts coming back. So this is great. It's not listed under warming herbs, but it's a warming. It's a nourishing herb for your kidneys, and for me, it's a godsend, really. I mean, from the herbal kingdom, it's great. It's one of the things that really helps me to stay asleep when I have these cold issues. So another two, the second step also has been immensely helpful is sesame oil. And what you do is you warm a little bowl of sesame oil, not black. It has to be like regular sesame oil. Sesame oil is warming. Black oil for massage is not as warming, if at all. So what you do, you warm it up and you rub the back of your neck. You can rub your inner ears, and the most important is you rub your feet really well in between the toes. Your feet, you rub them really, really well. If you want to put a sock on it, or if you just wait until it a bit absorbs into the skin, you're good to go. And this is where we lose a lot of our energies, through the head and through our feet. So if you rub your feet with sesame oil, a little bit of behind your head, rub on your what is this part called? I forgot. Neck, right? Probably neck. So I even go as crazy and rub it in inside of my ears, and it keeps the whole head warm, and the feet are warm. Excellent. It also calms you down and calms your inner winds, so to speak, and it really helps with sleep quite a bit, especially if you have lots of rushing thoughts, and you kind of you feel like you have a whirling energy, tornadoes inside of your head. So, and a third thing that I do, and if you're interested, I'll post a video just showing you that, is deep breathing into my diaphragm. So what you do is you just breathe deep into your belly. You kind of squeeze the belly in, and then you let it out, and then you squeeze it in and you hold it. You exhale and you squeeze it in. Exhale and you hold it for a few seconds, and hold it really, squeeze, inhale again and squeeze the diaphragm again. Wait a few seconds and exhale. So try that. You get on your fours, on your fours and in bed, and you do that deep breathing. And it probably has to do something with your vagus nerve, relaxing the vagus nerve, and so on. And it's another real lifesaver for me. So these three things help me to deal with cold and help me sleep much better. I have, of course, a ton of other issues going on that are contributing to sleep issues and insomnia, but I've learned to deal with separate elements of it and slowly getting down to the root cause of it. And so that's what I would recommend. So warming herbs, sesame oil, rub your feet, and also this deep breathing exercise. If you want, leave a comment. I'll record a video in a different setting so you can actually see how I do. But these three things should be immensely helpful. So any questions, leave a comment. Sleep well. Someday I'm sure you will. It's just a matter of time. We'll figure this out. So take care.